By the way, Eric, I noticed that you logged into NetLogger, and I'm sure you know about the AIM window. I have the AIM window open, so if you need to ever type anything, I said, hey to Eric in there, so anybody wants to use it, anybody listening can jump on the AIM window, and we keep it busy most of the nets that we have. So very cool. That'll be the last I say until net time. I'm hoping. November Whiskey Bravo.
The weekly Serenet, featuring club news, trivia, and check-ins from some of the nicest hams in the universe starts in 5 minutes. Get ready for the weekly Serenet starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
CQ. This is WAWKY, November 8 Whiskey Bravo calling CQ for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's last Tuesday night net this evening. Net control is yours truly, Stefan, Sierra Tango Echo Papa Hotel Echo November. My call sign is November 8 Whiskey Bravo, and this net uses the club call sign of Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee for all traffic. This is a control net, and all traffic must pass through net control. Emergency traffic may break into this net at any time. Sarah meets on this repeater every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. This net is open to all licensed amateurs, and any amateur is encouraged to check in and join us. The penal tone for this repeater is 114, mark 8. We'll go through some check-ins, or we'll go through some announcements, followed by a round of in and out check-ins by counties, and then we'll move to regular check-ins also by counties, and then we'll get our trivia question this evening from Gary Shorter, Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, our club president. First of all, I don't have any announcements this evening, but let me open it up to anyone that has announcements. Please call W8 WKY. All right, nothing heard. I guess there is no announcements. No announcements at all. I'll give that one more run. Anyone have any announcements for the good of amateur radio or for any clubs that need to get something out right now? Please call W8WKY. All right, that's good. That's fine. I am using NetLogger. Netlogger.org is where you can find it this evening, and I'll be taking check-ins with a callback format. And as you check in, I'll repeat your call sign back to you right away so that you know that you're rogered into the net, and then I'll grab the next check-in. If you could check in phonetically and then alphanumerically, that would greatly be appreciated. That would help me out a lot. First, tonight, we'd like to welcome any newly licensed hams or any new people to our net. If you would like to check in, new licensed or new people, please call W8WKY. All right, we're going to take some in and out check-ins. To reduce the collisions. We'll take some by county. So we're going to start this out. This is in and out. First half, we always do in and out. So if you're not going to hang around with us for the trivia question, this would be your time to check in and out. If you are, wait until the second half when I do the second half check-ins, and then that's where you'll be hearing Gary Shorter's wonderful trivia question. Our own Eric is not available to do trivia tonight, but I believe he said he's going to be checking in. So, all right, in and out check-ins for Medina County. Medina County, please call W8WKY. All right, Wayne County in and out, please call.
Kilo Echo 8, Juliet November Hotel, Doug and Rittman.
All right, KE8, JNH, appreciate that, Doug. Next check-in for Wayne.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8, TLB, Randy and Rittman. Doing a great job, Steph.
All right, KE8, TLB, always appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Any other Wayne County, please call. In and out check-ins. All right, nothing heard. Stark County. Any in and out Stark County check-ins, please call W8WKY. Boy, the in and outs are easy tonight. All right, any Cuyahoga County in and outs. Any Cuyahoga County in and outs, please call W8WKY.
W8WKY.
All right, Summit County in and outs. Any Summit County in and outs, please call. W8WKY.
E8 Charlie Tango Mike, Harriet, Portage Lakes, in and out.
Yeah. Good job, Stefan.
I got CTM, my friend out there in Portage Lakes, Kerry, and I got WB8 VMW, Jim. Appreciate both of you doing your in and outs down there. Any other Summit County in and outs, please call.
WE8UIZ, North.
All right, WE8WIZ. Appreciate that, Wiz. Appreciate that so much. Great seeing you this afternoon, by the way. We had a great time. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. At least that's what you told me earlier about 3 hours ago. All right, any other Summit counties, please call. In and out.
Kilo Bravo 8 Victor Hotel Mike, KB8 VHM, Tom and Green, in and out.
All right, KB8 VHM, appreciate that, Tom. Any other Summit in and out?
Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Hotel Golf.
All right, Doug, KE8 VHG, thank you for that in and out. Any other Summit in and outs?
November Tango 8 Delta NT8D. Dave and Copley. I'm going to be in and out tonight, Stefan. I'll listen as long as I can. Thank you.
NCS, big control guy, the one that controls all of us NCS people, and we do appreciate everything that you do there, Dave. Thank you. Outs.
NAWS, Bill in London, in and out.
All right, NAWS, Bill, got you there. Thank you for us. Appreciate you doing the in and out. Any other in and outs from Summit?
E8, IME, David, Sterling, Ohio, in and out.
Hey, David, give me your call sign one more time. Apologize for that.
Kilo, Echo, 8, India, Mike, Echo. I didn't have the encoder on.
All right, I got you, my friend. Great to hear you, by the way. KE8 IME. We appreciate that out in Sterling. All right, any other in and outs for Summit or any other counties, as a matter of fact? Any in and outs for Summit or any other counties, anywhere, anyhow? Anyone wants to do an in and out? Now's your time. All right, Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie, I'm sorry, okay, I screwed it up. Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie Echo Oscar, and I believe is that what you said, Charlie Echo Oscar? All right, my fault for that. Give me 1 second. All right, I got you there in Monroe. Appreciate that, and I do apologize for that, my friend. We do have you down for WB8CXO. Appreciate that. Any other in and outs, please call.
Kilo 8, Papa Julie Whiskey, K8, PJW, Philip and Twinsburg, in and out.
All right, K8, PJW. Got you, Phil. Good to hear you, my friend, by the way. Any other in and outs?
Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra.
Gary, are you doing an in and out tonight?
Negatory. I just wanted to make sure you knew I was here, because I honestly, I almost forgot about the net, and I just rushed down here. So I'm well alive. I'm on station, and I apologize for being late. AA8CS back to W8WKY.
All right, no apologies necessary, my friend. I knew you'd be here. I knew it. Any other in and outs? Any other in and outs? This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association 2-meter Tuesday evening net. If you would like to give us an in and out check-in, if you're not going to be sticking around for Gary's trivia question, as a matter of fact, he's our trivia master this evening. This would be your time to do it. Give us an in and out, and we'll get you on the log. We'll get the numbers down, and you can do whatever you like. you can listen, and if you want to check in, and this goes for anyone that's giving an in and out, if at some point you want to check in and come out of the in and outs, all you got to do is break into the conversation in an open spot, let us know, and then we will roger you back into the net. But any other last-minute in and outs, please call.
November 8th, Juliet Echo Tango, N8JET Bill Avon, in and out, 73.
All right, N8JET, we appreciate that. I saw you a little bit earlier on the net logger, so great to have you here for the in and out. Thank you. Any other in and outs? All right, I believe that's it on the side of in and out, so I'm going to go and say, all right, next, let's take some regular check-ins. For the trivia question, master of the evening, which is Gary Shorter, Alpha Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. We know he's here. He's already pre-checked, so we're ready to go. We got our seats buckled up. We got our trays in the upright tables and all that stuff, and we're going to take some check-ins. We'll do the same thing by county. So if you'd like to check in for the half of our net, please call. And I'm looking for Medina County. Any Medina County people, please call.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. KE8, QWE, Mike over in Seville.
All right, Mike over in Seville, we do appreciate that, my friend. KE8, QWE, and thank you for the work that you do for the Sierra Club. Any other Medina, please call. All right, I guess there's only two of us, Mike. I think there's only two of us in Medina County. Wow. All right, well, I know there's going to be a bunch out there in Wayne County check-ins. Wayne County check-ins, please call. W8, WKY.
Kilo Charlie 8 Hotel Delta Papa KC8 HDP, Jerry in Shreve, Ohio.
KC8 HDP, we got you there, Jerry. We appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. All right, more check-ins from Wayne County if we got them.
W8 WKY, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG, Nick in Orville.
KD8 SLG, I think that you sound a lot like Just Nick, but I could be wrong. All right, thanks for being here, my friend. Good to hear you a little earlier this afternoon. All right, Wayne County check-ins.
Whiskey 8 Echo Lima Mike Eric in Foley, Alabama.
There he is, W8ELM, our normal trivia master. He's out there in Alabama, and he said he's with another ham, and maybe when he's up, he'll share that with us, the call sign. So we do appreciate you being here, Eric. Any other Wayne counties? All right, any Stark County, please call.
Bravo, KE8 UIB, John in Massillon.
All right. I had a double there, but I heard both of you. So K8 MNT, we got you there. Tom, and K8 UIB John, we got you there as well. Great. Here we go. We're going to keep going. Any other Starks, please call.
KO4 CBH.
KO4 CBH, is that it?
W8WKY.
Affirmative.
All right, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. All right, any other Stark, please call. All right, reaching out to Cuyahoga. Is there any Cuyahoga County people that would like to check into the net? Please call W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, Eric in Strongsville, KE8 VZA.
All right, KE8 VZA, we appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, Eric. And I think I've heard you check into the Westpark group as well. I do the Monday net for them. And, that's coming up this Monday, as a matter of fact. I'll be doing this net for them. Been doing that one for a long time, but appreciate it. All right, Cuyahoga, any other Cuyahogas? All right, let's see what we got in the line. Summit County. So we're going to take some Summit County check-ins, and then we just got one more set after that. And then we'll be hearing Gary's trivia questions. So Summit County check-ins, please call W8WKY.
Kilo Golf 4, Sierra Charlie Kilo.
Yes, it is. KG4SCK. We do appreciate that. Thank you, Mark. More, you threw me off, man. That was like rapid. Man, that was fast. All right, more Summit County. Please call.
Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie. Sorry, Fred, in and out. WA8KOC. Have a great net, Stefan. Sorry I'm a little bit late getting home this evening, but I did want to check in with you folks. Hopefully everybody enjoys the net. I'm sure it'll be a great time. November 8, Whiskey Bravo, or Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee, WA8KOC. 7-3.
All right, WA8KOC, we appreciate you, Fred, for checking in, and people will be listening for you tomorrow on the Barometer Net. I believe you're doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so they'll be listening out. So thank you, my friend, for checking in. We'll talk one of these days. More Summit County check-ins. Please call.
U8WKY, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8 VQX, Joe in Akron.
All right, KE8 VQX, we appreciate that, Joe. Thank you so much. Any other Summit counties, please call.
This is WO3X, Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray, John in Cuyahoga Falls.
Yes, it is, John. WO3X. That's you. I know that voice anywhere. All right. Any more Summit counties, please call.
Whiskey 2, Juliet Lima Sierra, John in Cuyahoga Falls at the moment.
All right, W2JLS, we got you on the log there, my friend. 2 Johns in a row. We appreciate that. Thank you. Summit County, more.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo, KE8 ZZR. Stefan, sorry about that. I missed the Medina County call-in, but here I am. So now you got 3 from Medina County.
Thank you, Harry. KE8 VVR. Appreciate that, my friend. There's 3 of us. Yay! Awesome. Any other Summit counties? All right, nothing heard. We're going to take check-ins for the regular side of the net for any county, anywhere. So if you're any county, anywhere, or if we missed you, this is your time to check in. So please call W8WKY.
W8WKY, this is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
All right, AI5HV, we appreciate that, Greg. Thank you so much for being with us in Oklahoma. We actually get quite a few people from Oklahoma checking in. Ray, K5CFY, and a couple other people. So appreciate you being here. Any other check-ins anywhere, please call. All right, one more time, and then we'll send it over to Gary. Anyone else that wants to check in to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association 2-meter net, please call W8WKY. My call sign is November 8, Whiskey Bravo as well. All right, I believe that we've got all of our checker-inners this evening and all of our inner-outers, and I know we got our trivia question guy, and we're going to send it over to our president, our friend, your friend, my friend, Gary Shorter, Alpha Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, for tonight's trivia question. Take it away, my friend. You are up, and it's great to have you here, trust me.
Good evening, Sarah and friends. This is AA8CS, and I am subbing for the Supreme Master of Trivia. That would be Eric Mast and W80LM. I come in a very, very distant last when it comes to trivia questions, but I'll do my best tonight. Tonight's question is, we're going to go down on the farm tonight. Vidalia onions are named after Vidalia, Georgia. The onions were historically grown there and are still grown all over Georgia. Farmers attribute the unique sweetness of Vidalia onions to Distractor A, unique soil composition. Distractor B, climatic conditions. Letter C, genetic modification. And letter D, organic fertilizer. Let's do it again. Vidalia onions are named after Vidalia, Georgia. The onions were historically or are historically grown there and are still grown all over Georgia. Farmers attribute the unique sweetness of Vidalia onions to letter A, unique soil composition. Letter B, climatic conditions. Letter C, genetic modification. And letter D, organic fertilizer. Back to net. This is AA8CS.
All right, my friend, Alpha Alpha 8, Charlie Sierra, November 8, Whiskey Bravo, also W8WKY. We appreciate you doing the trivia question tonight, man. And, you know, I love Vidalia onions. When they come into season, I'm buying them up and I'm grilling them in the summer. And I know they're in season a little bit more often now, but I'm doing all kinds of stuff with Vidalia onions. I love those things. So very cool. Good question. Good question. We've been doing so many electronic ones, which are great, but, you know, a couple food ones are nice. So thank you, my friend. You can throw me down for, I don't even know, but you can throw me down for Charlie. Charlie. All right, we're going to move to the top of our list here, and I want to thank everybody who's listening, by the way, to our nets on a regular basis and tonight's net. I want to thank that, and we'll talk a little bit more about getting your license near the end of the net. So, but we're going to start with KE8QWE, W8WKY. Mike, you are up, my friend. It is great to have you here. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, I've been sitting here thinking about it, and I'm going to go with A. I have a hunch it's just the soil conditions are such, it's making them grow just a little bit sweeter. Of course, I could very well be wrong. I've been wrong, I think, the majority of my life. But hey, you know, it's a trend. Well, what have I been up to? Of course, sitting in the office doing income taxes, but it's starting to slow up a little bit. It usually does about now, and then March is slightly slower. And the first 2 weeks in April, of course, it's my fault that people waited to the very last minute to call. But, oh, well, hey, that's just how it works. Other than that, I haven't been up to a whole lot. I was going to get on the Cincinnati Liars net, but most of the guys in that net are down in the Cincinnati area, and I guess they got noise that just is not going to end. So even on 75 meters here, even in Seville, there's an awful lot of noise. So we canceled that, so here I am. With that being said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great night. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to November 8, Whiskey Bravo. See ya.
KE8, QWE, W8, WQY. We do appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you so much, Mike, and for all the stuff that you do for the club. So thank you for that. KC8HDP, W8, WQI. Jerry, it's great to have you here, my friend, one of our VEs. We do appreciate you with all you do there. And what do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
Well, good evening, Stefan, and to everyone on the net. It is great to be here. I'm going to answer the trivia question before I forget. Everyone who knows me knows that I hold the belief that there is no such thing as a sweet onion, and that in my perfect world, onions would not exist. That being said, I'm going to go with Delta Organic Fertilizer. Why not? Good as any other answer. It was good to have lunch with Harry, one of our new licensees, KE8ZZR. He was one of the group that came with the Wayne County's lunch with the emergency coordinator today, and had a great time. And he was at he was at breakfast Saturday with the Sarah breakfast. Good to have Harry along. Seems like a really great guy. So, really don't have anything else, so I'm going to send things back to you, Stefan. W8WKY and the net from KC8HDP. And Gary, thank you for the trivia question. 7-3, y'all.
KC8HDP, W8WKY. We appreciate you being here with us, Gary, and thank you for that answer. Yeah. Well, in my perfect world, we would have more onions than we do, more mushrooms than we do, and a lot more other things that I like than we do. But I guess we don't get that perfect world. But anyways, it's great to hear you, my friend, and I'll see you probably at the next VE session, which will be coming up in a month or so. Month and a week, that's what it is. All right, KD8SLG, W8WKY. Just Nick, you are up, my friend, and it's great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY, this is KD8SLG. Stefan, it's really cool when you do the news show right before you NCO for the net. Do you plan that, or is that just happenstance?
Believe it or not, it's happenstance. I know it's happened a few times, but I said that earlier today when I was announcing something. I love when that happens. It's just kind of cool. But yeah, it's just happenstance. She calls us when she needs us. So, but thanks for sharing. I appreciate that, my friend.
Well, it's really cool, and I don't remember if I've ever conveyed this to you, but when I was in State College for a while, I picked up a trucker just plowing by on Route 80 one night, and I told him that WWKY was my home repeater, and he said that he was driving through here one night, and he heard the NCO for the net had actually done the news line right before, and it really blew his mind. So, passing that along. Trivia. I'm going to go with Alpha. I'm going with Alpha. That's what I got tonight. Fine business on the net there, Stefan, and like to remind everybody that tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 3, we'll be linking up to the N5 XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker net. Dustin has the first hour, Ray has the second hour, and passed a milestone there yesterday, 90,000 check-ins in a little under 4 years. And AI5HB Greg was the proud recipient of the 90,000th check-in. So give him a high five when you get to him at the bottom of the list. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, W8WKY, we do appreciate you being here, Nick. Yeah, you made my night when you said both that and about the trucker and everything. That's very, very cool. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate that. Before we move to Eric Elm, I just wanted to share. I don't think that there's an issue or anything like that about it, but on YouTube we have one of the people that is monitoring us and listening to us. Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie X-Ray Oscar. So Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie X-Ray Oscar is actually broadcasting the audio right now on YouTube. So if you do a search for the WB8CXO YouTube channel, WB8CXO, you will hear the Sarah broadcast. So that's kind of cool. That is kind of neat. I want to thank him for doing that for us, and appreciate that. Getting a little bit more out there, not just amateur radio, but even on YouTube. So if you're out there, I sent the link to some of my friends as well. All right, moving down to our friend who is not in his home at this very second, but he's in his home in the sense that we love him a lot. And he's also one of our VEs. So W8ELM, W8WKY. We want to say thank you, Eric, for being here this evening, and we know you normally do the trivia, but what do you think that guy Gary, his trivia question answer is?
WKY from W8ELM. Stefan, as you know, I've said on several occasions that the only reason I do the trivia is so that I can get the question right. And with Gary, with some excellent distractors here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to go with A also, the unique soil composition. So since I'm on Echolink, I'm going to keep it short tonight. I'll say 7-3 to everybody and turn it back to Ned from W8ELM.
W8ELM, W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here with us, Eric, and thank you so much for checking in even when you're anywhere. And that's the beauty of amateur radio at this point in time, that we can use all kinds of things to get on and communicate effectively. We all know that if something happens, we will have to go back to standard RF. That's a known thing, but while we have it open to us, it's a great thing and a great joy to be able to use those kind of things that we have, such as Echolink and Allstar and even YouTube when someone is sharing those. So very, very cool. Thank you, my friend. All right, K8MNT, W8WKY. Tom, our morning joke master. We do appreciate you always, the things that you do in the mornings and even the other night or the other day when I did the Saturday net. I believe you threw out a little bit of a ha-ha there, too. So I just want to say thank you, welcome, and what do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY, this is KA8MNT. Well, good evening, Stefan, and thank you for the kind words there. Let's see, trivia. Well, I'm not going to take C, because Gary always says C's never right. So, I do remember back about in the mid-'80s, there was a controversy about Fidelia onions. It seems that you could buy them from farms all over the country at one point, and I'm not sure if it was the state of Georgia or if it was the city of Vidalia petitioned the government to have everybody cease and desist by calling it that they weren't allowed to use that name any longer, which they won that case. So if you see a Vidalia onion on the shelf and it's labeled that, it's come from Georgia. But it was kind of a neat thing to remember happening back then. Anyhow, my answer is going to be A, the soil, because that's about the only thing that I can think of would make them kind of unique in that area. So that's my answer, and I'm going to stick to it. So with that, I'm going to turn everything back over to W8WKY. This is KA8MNT, 7-3.
W8WKY.
All right, KA8MNT, W8WKY. We do appreciate you being here with us, Tom, and thank you for all the stuff that you do in the morning. You always keep and give people a smile when they're driving in on their work day, and very, very cool. We'd love to to spend some more time with you in the future, but one of these days I got to start waking up early again. I got up early this morning, got on the net because of my sister-in-law called. She wasn't feeling well, and they asked me if I would take my nephews to their babysitter. So I spun down there real quick and then came back, and while I had that time, I jumped on the morning net, the barometer net. First time in a long time. And Ray, I am going to check you in, so that'll be showing up in just a moment. K8UIB. W8WKY. John, out there in Massillon, it is great to have you here, my friend. I heard you actually check in right when I was leaving the West Park Radio Ops net last night. I heard you check in, and I was just hanging up. So what do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY from K8UIB. Good evening, Steph, and everybody out there on the net. Gary's trivia question. That's a really great trivia question. My dad sold produce for a while, and as a young teenager, I sold produce for a short while. That's a matter of fact how I paid for my first car. Hi. Spent that summer selling produce out on 619 in Portage Lake. But on a lighter note, my mom and dad are both saying A, so I guess I'll go ahead and take alpha for the answer, and we'll see where that ends up. With that, I hope everybody's having a good evening and stuff, and it's a really beautiful day outside. Well, at least it was when I was working, so I'm a little gray on the ride home, but hey, I'll take it for sure. This time of year, definitely a 67-degree day. That's a great thing. But with that, this is K8UIB, living the $5 dream, a nickel at a time. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back to Net Control. 7-3, y'all. Thank you for running the net, Stephen.
K8UIB, W8WKY. We appreciate you being here, John. Thank you so much for the kind words. And I spent 2 of those nickels. They weren't yours, but I needed them at Dairy Queen the other day. So I have a little tray of coins in my thing, and when I picked them up, I kind of thought of you. I was like, oh, a nickel at a time. This would have been half of his allowance for the week. But so anyways, we do appreciate you being here, my friend, and hope to hear you again soon down the line. All right, moving over to Chris, K04. CBH, W8WKY. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is? Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Bravo Hotel. If you're still here with us, Chris, you're up, my friend. All right, nothing hearing. I'll mark them, and we'll try calling back a little bit later. All right, we're moving up to KE8VZA, W8WKY. Eric, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here tonight. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY in the group. This is KE8VZA. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to hear you tonight, Stephen. I'm going to go with alpha, or unique soil composition. I wonder if that's it, but that's what I'm going to stick with, alpha. Not much going on here. Work today. Work was good. As good as work can be, right? Hi. But it was fine. And swung by the rec center on the way home and worked the weight machines. And that was good. The pool was pretty crowded, so I prefer to swim, but it wasn't in the cards tonight. But the weight machines are always a good option. And sometimes I'd rather do that than swim if I've been swimming a lot. Anyway, I'm rambling. So good trivia question. I like that one. It's a thought provoker there. Anyway, this is KE8VZA. Back to Net Control.
All right, KE8VZA, W8WKY. We appreciate you, Eric, for being with us out there in Strongsville. One of our Cuyahoga County people checking in. I was hoping that Dr. Jack was going to check in this night, but I know that he's out there in Strongsville as well from Compact Tenna, but I know he's really busy. He's like the Santa Claus of amateur radio. He's out there billing and drilling and banging and breaking and cutting and plowing and gluing and stapling and whatever it takes to make the compact antennas. Boy, he's doing it, and so I wasn't able to get him to check in, but you know what? I know he's listening to us, and I did send the YouTube link to him, so that's pretty cool. But you know what? He's really good doing that stuff out there, and I do appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much for checking in, and hope to hear you again in the near future. All right, moving over to the other Mark. That's what I like to. I like to make a distinction. The Marks and the other Mark. KG4SCK WAWKY. Mark, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is? And you know what? We're getting a little low on the nut thing, but not now. Maybe sometime for a big festival thing. We'll have to next birthday or Christmas or something. I don't want to overwork the candied nut concession in the Mark Hayden. You're up, my friend. It's great to have you here.
Well, hello, WAWKY and Group and NAWB, KG4SCK. You guys are addicted to the nuts, I see. Okay. I am going to have to recuse myself from this one because I am Southern, kind of Alabama and little Florida, a little Georgia in me. But what I'm going to do for you, grab a pen real quick. I'm going to give you my Southern potato salad recipe. It's delicious. Boil you some potatoes. Of course, you peel them and cube them first. Boil some eggs. Chop up some celery. And the best potato salad is with the Vidalia onions. Put you in a good dollop of Hellman's mayonnaise. Get a bit of mustard, tablespoon. Some celery salt, pepper, garlic salt. Now here's the key. Some pimento stuffed olives. Cut them in half. Put you a nice handful or two in there. And if you like Hellman's mayonnaise and olives, you're going to have a fine potato salad. This is KG4SCK saying, eat a peach, y'all. Back to net.
All right, KG4SCK. I appreciate you being with us, my friend. Thank you so much. I got potatoes, eggs, celery, Vidalia onions, Hellman's, tablespoon of mustard, celery salt, pepper, regular salt, pimento stuffed olives, and if I miss something, throw that back up to us a little bit later, or you can throw it in the AIM chat there, because I know that you're on board with us. All right, KG4SCK, we do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much, and I'm going to have to do that, and then I'm going to have my mom try it, because my mom's potato salad is pretty good, and I don't know if she's going to say it, it changes hers or not. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm just going to say, hey, Mom, try this, and that's it, because you can never knock Mom's potato salad. You can just say, here, there's other potato salads in the world. I'm going to be in trouble on Mother's Day. But I'll be out fishing in Tennessee right before Mother's Day, so hopefully I'll catch a big fish and I can bring it back and give some to her, and it won't hurt so much. With the new potato salad, KE8VQX WAWQI. Joe, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY. This is KE8VQX. Hello, Stefan, and man, it's always great to hear you on the news line. That way I can say, hey, I know that guy, which is one of my favorite things to say about people. Man, that potato salad sounds really good. As far as the trivia goes, I'm just going to go take an outlier here. I'm going to go with C. Charlie. I used to work at a feed store when I was a kid in college, and we sold onion sets and stuff like that, and I'm sure we had the dahlia ones, but I've never planted them and never grown them, so I don't know. Anyway, this has been KE8VQX. Back to W8WKY.
W8WKY.
KE8VQX, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Joe, and thank you for the kind words. That's awesome. I really, really do appreciate that. And I enjoy doing the amateur radio newsline. I mean, when she tells me, hey, can you do it this week? She always asks, she reaches out around noon And then she reaches out around noon, Saturday or Sunday around noon or something, says, can you do it? And then we get our scripts and everything by Wednesday, and then she releases the script on Thursday. So it's really, really cool. And I've been doing it for quite some time now. The gentleman, Bill Pasternak, who passed away, started it many, many, many years ago, and I originally did some reports for him. But, man, do I really enjoy doing it, and I thank the kind words from you and everybody else. So very, very cool. All right. I will post in the AIM window exactly what that recipe was that I got. I saw so many in there, and I'll post that there in a moment. But before I do that, WO3X, W8, WKY. John, it is great to have you here, my friend. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is? And do you guys have a VE session coming up? We do, but it's the first Saturday of, what would that be? First Saturday of April would be our next one, because we just did our first one of the year this month, the beginning of this month, in Wayne County. We had some good Wayne County people there. Go ahead, John. You're up, my friend.
Good evening, Stefan, and all on the net. This is WO3X. There was just one on Sunday, so I'm not sure when the next one is, but there will be one at the Hamfest on April 13th, and that will be a not an ARRL, so there's no fee for it. For the test, I think ARRL charges $15, but this one has no fee. In fact, that's what we have been doing for the last few years. The ones with no fee. Let's see, I forget what they're called, but let's see. For the trivia, I'm going to go with A Alpha. And then a previous check-in was talking about his first car, and that got me thinking that I got my first car by working at the Isley's plant in the Oakland section of Pittsburgh, which is also where the University of Pittsburgh is. The university had these summer jobs posted, and so I went over there and interviewed and got the job. And you worked on Saturdays, though, so I had been using the family car to go to work, but my cousin Diane was going to get married on a Saturday, and so my brother and I went out to the various areas for looking for used cars, and so we spotted this one, and I bought it, and I still have it. That's funny. So with that, back to the net. This is WO3X.
All right, WO3X, we do appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words and also for the information that you gave us. We do appreciate that, John. Always great having you on the net here. And so very, very, very cool. All right, W2JLS, W8WKY. John, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
And that little block down below happens to be a brick. I have a brick up in headquarters.
Yeah, I think it's going to call the diamond something.
Yeah, it's the diamond.
W2JLS, if you're there, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here tonight.
This is John, W2JLS. I am making my commute back from Cuyahoga Falls, and there's road work, so I've got my GPS on. So if that jumps in on us, I apologize in advance. Good question, Gary, and I could see a justification for almost any of these or a rationalization. It's hot and humid in the south, and if you drive through Georgia, you see an awful lot of interesting-looking soil, some really rich red soil in parts of Georgia. I've heard they've got some limey, iron-rich soil. I don't know if either of those is the factor, but I'm going to go with whatever choice was the GMO, because because I know Americans like things sweet. We've done it to corn. We do it to anything we can put our hands on. Apples, grapes. We try to make them sweeter because Americans have a sweet tooth. So that's my rationalization. I'm going to go with that. But I could see reason to jump on almost any of those choices there, Gary. And I'll give a hack, an onion hack. Those of you in food and bev probably know this. I did not learn this until recently, but I have since tried it, and it really is awesome. I do like onions. Jerry from Shreve and I sat at dinner, and I know he despises them, but I'm a fan. But one of the things I've always noticed is that in restaurants, the onions taste better, sweeter, fresher, somehow lose a little bit of that bitter edge. The trick that is used in food and bev is you cut them up nice and thin slices, and then you soak them in some cold water. It doesn't take long. By the time you pull them out, pat them dry, throw them on anything. They taste sweet. They taste delicious, like in the restaurant. So there's a little tidbit for those of you who did not know that. It'll change your onion experience. W2JLS, back to net.
W2JLS, we do appreciate you, John. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yeah, I've heard that one myself. That is very, very cool. And I think they said the colder the better. So, you can even throw some ice in there. You probably don't have to, but, that's what I heard anyways. But I love kitchen hacks. Like, my favorite is I am a avocado connoisseur, among other things. And everybody knows this hack, but when you cut an avocado, if you just take the blade of the knife and whack it into the seed and turn it, it comes right out. So you don't have to fight. None of that stuff. There's no fight. And I learned that like 30 years ago, probably. I think when I was in my 30s, as a matter of fact. But anyways, we do appreciate you being with us, and thank you for that hack there with the onions. We do appreciate that. And anything else you want to share for food service, that would be great. All right. Appreciate that. By the way, anybody that's on NetLogger, if you look in the AIM window, our friend SEK, Mark, he put the entire recipe in there, what you're going to need. He pasted in there. Another reason to get NetLogger, which is free, from netlogger.org. We're not advertising for them. We're not getting any money from them, but it's a free program, and we use it for all of our nets, and I know a lot of other nets that use it as well. All right, KE8ZZR, W8WKY. Harry, you're up, my friend. It's great to have you here today. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
W8WKY, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Stefan, and good evening to the trivia master over there in Fairlawn, Gary. I'll get the trivia question out of the way here. I'm going to go with C as my answer. And had a nice day. I met the folks from Wayne County for lunch today, and the Wayne County EMA people. Nice group of people. And enjoyed the weather, and that's about it. So that's all I got for right now. I'm going to return it back to you guys, W8WKY, 73.
All right, KE8ZZR, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Harry, for being here. Thank you out there in Wadsworth. Actually, that's what they call my address at Wadsworth, but I actually live in Sharon Township. The problem we don't have Sharon Township as our name, as you know, is we're a township, we're small, and we don't have a post office, so we have to use the nearest available post office. So my address is literally, I guess, relatively Wadsworth, but it's actually Sharon Township. But great to have you here, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Join us anytime. All right, we got two okay people coming up. I mean, these guys are really okay. Well, they're from Oklahoma, but they're okay. We're going to start with AI5HV. Greg, and I'm supposed to say salute to you from Nick. He wanted me to say that. It is great to have you here this evening. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is? You can tell the truth.
W8WKY.
This is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. How are you doing this evening, Stefan?
I am doing spectacular. My whole thing is doing nets, and I love doing nets. I know they're some people who are actually on the net right now tonight who do nets a lot more than I do. I do about 4 or 5 a month, and I love it. I'd like to do 15 or 20 a month, but man, it's enjoyable. And it's even enjoyable when I have people such as yourself, Greg, jumping in. Out there in Broken Arrow, that's awesome. And Broken Arrow, Tulsa County. Appreciate you being here, my friend. And Ray's up right after you, so go ahead. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
Well, I have to say the answer is A, unique soil. They're on the Vidalia Onions trivia question.
All right, I appreciate that. We do appreciate that. And as we say to everyone, and especially to you and Ray and everyone else that's listening, anytime you want to check in, please join us. We would love to have you on the evening nets, on the barometer nets. And I do the second and fourth Saturdays barometer net every month. Javen does the first, third, and any fifth Saturdays, and I do the second and fourth. So I just did last Saturdays. So if you're up at 7 o'clock on Saturday mornings, please join us. I think Ray checked in this last weekend as well on Saturday. So very, very cool. Thank you for being part of it. And let me jump over to Ray real quick. K5, CFY. I love how that, I don't know, Ray, I apologize for saying it, but I love the twang of that. And I was born in Geneva, Ohio. I was born into some people that should have probably lived further down south. But I just love the sound of K5, CFY. Ray, we do appreciate you being with us, my friend. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
WKY, this is K5, CFY. Good evening, Stefan. Thanks for running the net. And I also enjoy doing this. I usually average 24 a month. But anyway, Stefan, I'm going to go with A as well. Sounds the best to me. But anyway, great trivia question there. And great potato salad recipe there, Mark. And yeah, I check into the barometer net almost every morning. By the way, it is 6 o'clock in Tulsa time. I'll give it back to you there. Get some more check-ins. Again, thanks for running that. You do a wonderful job. K5, CFY.
K5, CFY, W8WKY. I should have probably told everybody before the net started so you could have said something. You didn't have to, but I shared that YouTube link with my mother. Her name is Julianne, and she's been listening to the net the whole time. So right after I said the thing about my nephews, she texted me back and said, "What happened to the boys?" Nothing happened to the boys. But anyways, I texted her back. But so yeah, Mom's been listening to the net. One of these days we'll have to see if we can get her to take a test. See if I can get her to study, take a test, maybe get her own license, get her own radio. That way she doesn't have to borrow mine to listen in all the time. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't. But she's listening tonight's net. So anyways, Ray, we appreciate you being with us, my friend. Thank you so much. And before I move it over to Gary, our trivia master, and I'm going to just take one more round of check-ins. So I'm taking another last round of check-ins. If you'd like to check into tonight's net, please call W8WKY.
KO4CBH recheck.
KO4CBH, I'll jump back up to you. I just had you not heard for a minute, so you'll be the first on my list. Any other check-ins, please call.
W8GMF.
W8GMF, we appreciate that, my friend. Gary, any other check-ins?
8, scanning out.
I didn't quite catch the call because it was kind of broken. Could you give me your call sign one more time phonetically, if you could? It was a little bit broken.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-ray, and I'm dropping packets on Echolink. That's but I'm gonna be in and out, Stefan.
All right, K8VOX, I did hear you that time. Any other check-ins, please call. All right, nothing heard. Let me move up to Kilo Oscar 4, Charlie Bravo Hotel, W8WKY. Chris, we missed you the first round. You probably were doing something, but I did mark you on our net logger with a not heard thing. That I'll change that in about a minute. And you're up, my friends. Great to have you here. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is?
Hey, I appreciate that. And sorry for dropping you there earlier. I was trying to get the kids fed, and I couldn't get back to the radio fast enough, but I appreciate you letting me recheck here. Now, this is an interesting one because once upon a time I worked for Monsanto, and you can grow these things in different places, but they do not taste the same. So I'm going to go with, I don't know which one it is, but the soil is what I'm going to go with. So whatever letter that corresponds to. Back to you, Net Control.
King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor. I threw my call 3 times out, and that last time you asked for check-ins, KC8, FQV, but I'm watching that logger. Oh, okay.
All right, KO4 CBH. Chris, we do appreciate you being with us this evening. Thank you so much. And yeah, no, we understand. Life happens, man. But we're here, and we allow rechecks, and most nets actually do. And so anytime you'd like to join us in any of these nets or the barometer nets or anything like that, that would be great to have you aboard with us. So very cool, my friend. Very, very cool. So, yeah, that would be just not a problem. Not a problem at all. Just check in anytime, my friend, anytime. And recheck. We do enjoy rechecks, so thank you very much. All right, moving over to W8GMF. W8WKY. Gary, it's great to have you here this evening. I don't think you heard Gary, or you heard Gary's trivia question answer, or trivia question. Did you, or did someone share it with you, or is it not a big concern?
Yeah, W8WKY in the group. This is W8GMF. I heard it. I was out with my son at check-in time. We'd been at Lodi Junction, and I got in my truck and heard Gary's deal, drove into town, and came on down, got down in the basement. So my answer is A. It's the soil type, as far as I know. That's what I've heard, and so I'll keep it short, being I am late checking in. But thanks, you're doing a great job running the net as usual. I did not hear the news line tonight, so I'll have to listen to it on the internet. Anyhow, 7-3 to everybody. Hope you all have a great week, and it was great to see you at lunch, Harry.
All right, W8GMF, W8WKY. It's great to have you here, and like I said, thanks for joining us, Gary. Join us anytime. Yeah, if you listen to the Amateur Radio Newsline, you're going to hear me anchoring it, which was kind of neat. I like when that happens. We put the show up on Thursday, and then they post it Thursday night, and then it's always nice when she asked me to do it right before the Tuesday net. So, yeah, it's a great one, too, and it's got a good segment on there about the Girl Scouts. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this at all, but if you go to arnewsline.org and look up every week's script, you know, the what we actually read and all the other anchors and storytellers read, you'll see that we add extra things. So that Girl Scout story that I did, there is actually a YouTube link in that story. And if you paste that into your browser, you can actually watch the video, and it's a long one, but you can get to the point where the Girl Scouts actually made the contact with the Aries, and it's really, really cool. So we post a lot of stuff in there. We don't actually read off, but anybody that's interested in that, it's available right from those scripts at arnewsline.org. So just click on this week, go to the script, look inside of there, and you'll have to copy and paste it. We don't have active links. It's just a text, but other than that, you can also listen to it there. All right, enough of me rambling. We want to keep the show on the road, and we want to get people moving to wherever else they're going to go, but we're going to move to KC8, FQV, W8WKY. Mark, you're up, my friends. Great to have you here tonight. What do you think Gary's trivia question answer is? I know you saw it on the net logger screen.
W8WKY.
All right, Stephen, KCFQV. Yeah, I went to the Lear meeting, virtual, was listening to the Absolute TechNet virtually local. Yeah, I checked in there with Ray, K5CFY, and Been busy tonight at the computer. But I'm going to take Alpha A for Aurora. And, yeah, you're talking about there's eggs. They got them hidden eggs or whatever in the news script. You read the news script, you get the eggs and that. And you listen to the news, but then go and read it again, and you'll find all the hidden eggs. So we'll send it back to net, Stefan, KSFQV.
KC8, FQV, W8WKY. We do appreciate you, Mark. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, Gary's been tabulating numbers, and he's a tabulator. I know that. He was also a teacher, and I think he used to tabulate a lot of scores for students back in those days too. And I can tell you what, man. The original tabulator who is not with us right now, Russ. I remember when he was doing the trivia questions, and then Eric jumped on board and did a great job. And every once in a while, when you need to fill it, Gary or somebody else, and I've done it a couple times, we've filled in for him. They get a question that's just right there on the edge, and this was one of those questions because it could probably go almost any one of those ways. So, but Gary, we're going to find out which way it actually went. So we're moving over to our friend, your friend, my friend, Alpha Charlie Sierra. Gary, do you have that trivia question answer? You're up, my friend.
Okay, Stefan. Funny that you asked. I don't have the answer. I was just hoping that somebody out there did. No, I got it, of course. Excuse me. So, Vidalia onions, kind of got interested in those a little bit. It's kind of hard to believe. But Vidalia onions are a unique variety of onion known for their sweet and mild flavor. Take that, Jerry. And they hold a special place in culinary culture. Here are some interesting facts about Vidalia onions. Just a couple things real quick here. As I said earlier, Vidalia, Georgia is the epicenter where they were first commercially grown in the early 1930s. Let me grab a second. And they're renowned for their sweetness. Take that too, Jerry. And low pungency compared to other onion varieties. This characteristic makes them ideal for eating in raw salads, sandwiches, and other dishes where a milder onion flavor is desired. So a couple things like that. Anyway, here's the answer. It is A, and many of you got it right. Vidalia onions derive their sweetness from a special rare soil composition found in the Vidalia region of Georgia, and specifically that is low sulfur content. And there you have it. Nice job, everybody. Let me grab another second. The winners tonight, KE8QWE right out of the gate, KD8SLG, W8ELM, the supreme master of trivia extraordinaire. Tom, KA8MNT, KE8UIB, John, and your parents, you all got it right. KE8VZA, W03X, AI5HV, K5CFY, KO4CBH, W8G, MF, and KC8FQV. And with that, let me turn it back to Ned. Nice job tonight, Stefan. We'll talk to you soon. W8WKY, this is AA8CS. 73, everybody.
AA8CS, Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee, and my call sign is November 8, Whiskey Bravo. Let me clear something up really quick. I appreciate that, Gary, for all you do, but I want to clear a little mishap that we had up, and that's one of the cool things about the NetLogger that we use, because we have an AIM window where people could chat. And we weren't able to, for some reason, we walked on somebody who was trying to check in, Kelly, And I'm going to reach out to this person right now, and I'm going to say, Kelly, if you're there, I put you on the log, and you're up. I'll give you a moment to I think you said Echolink. So Kilo Charlie 0, Lima Romeo Mike. So Kelly, if you're there, you're up, my friend, and I do apologize. It's great to have you here this evening. I know you can't answer the trivia question, but anything else you'd like to let us know, please. The floor is yours, as they say. Well, I didn't hear you. I'll give you one more chance, just in case. Maybe there is an issue with Echolink. I'm not sure, but I'll give you another chance. KC0LRM, Kelly, if you're there. All right, nothing heard. Unfortunately, Kelly, I wasn't able to hear you at all, but we do appreciate you. You're on NetLogger, and we do appreciate you're on NetLogger, and we hope that you check in again with us. So, and maybe I saw what you said in the NetLogger text window. Maybe somebody can help you out with that about your audio. But anyways, we do appreciate you, and I got you on the log, so you added the number that we needed. Not that we actually needed it, but we enjoyed that you would put us in that number right there. So once again, Sarah would like to thank, and I want to say thank you, Gary, for the wonderful trivia question answer. I may have already said that, but I was trying to do 15 things in 1 second, and I do appreciate that. Gary, you do such a great job when you do the trivia stuff, also when you run the nets on Thursday and Friday for the Barometer Net, and the other nets that you do on Tuesday night, and also for the presidency spot that you do, which is coming up soon, the re-election stuff. So very, very, very cool. Thank you, my friend, for doing all of that stuff. We do appreciate it. Once again, Sarah would like to thank and wish everyone who participated in tonight's net a very great rest of your week. And don't forget the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m., except for Sunday, every morning. And also tomorrow morning, and that will be WA8KOC. Fred will be spinning the dials on Wednesday morning. So very, very cool. Don't forget Bueller's breakfast at Bueller's at Wadsworth on Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. And I want to say I enjoy amateur radio. I enjoy this club, and I enjoy all of you who are listening. And I want to say a big, big, big shout out to Whiskey Bravo 8 Charlie X-Ray Oscar for streaming us on YouTube. And I'd love for you to reach out to me at some point, and if you'd like to, reach out to my email, n8wb@n8wb.com, November 8 Whiskey Bravo at november8whiskeybravo.com. And if you reach out to me, I want to ask you a couple questions about streaming there and all that for the YouTube. I do streaming, but I want to find out what you're doing for the radio stuff. So very, very cool. Do appreciate that. And my last thing would be is at this time, we're going to close the net with 35 check-ins. 35 check-ins. It's a great night, a great net tonight. I'm glad that everybody checked in, and I'm glad to have so many people from Oklahoma. So I do appreciate all the Oklahoma people. You've become a part of Ohio, and you guys are just okay. You know, you're just okay. I love that. K5CFY, we'll hear you sometime soon, my friend, and everyone else there in Oklahoma. This repeater is returned to normal amateur use. November 8 Whiskey Bravo and Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee are both clear. 73, my friends, and I can't wait to do this again in 2 months.
W8WKY.
Delta 8, Juliet, November, X-ray, Whiskey Bravo.
Was somebody calling out there? This is November 8 Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, Stefan, KD8JNX stroke Whiskey 4. Can you please check me in, over?
Of course, for you, Brooker, anything. Awesome, you made 36. How are you doing, my friend? I haven't heard you in like forever. Very cool.
Okay, Stefan. Yeah, good to hear you guys. Good to hear everybody. I am right now Naples, Florida. Extremely sunburnt. It was 85 and sunny here today, and I got cooked. And I've been out since we're watching the sunset and the sunrises and the low tide and the high tide. We're chasing that. And I go out every morning seashell hunting. Right now I am in Southwest Florida, and wanted to jump in and say hello. I missed a lot of it. I've been on the phone on and off. Back up, and you might get snow tomorrow, I guess. I don't want to talk about that. But hey, Stefan, you did a great job on the net. I'm glad to hear you. I just wanted to jump in. Don't do this Echolink stuff much. Don't know much about it, but it works. Guys, back to you.
KD8JNX, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. We do appreciate you, Brooker, and I do especially. Very cool. How long are you going to be out there in Florida? Is it going to be a while? Was it just like a vacation, or you're not living out there now, are you? I hope not, because I didn't get to say goodbye if you are.
Yeah, Stefan, no. I'm just down here. I don't know. I do not have a return flight. I can fly tomorrow if I have to come home. Tomorrow, I'm going to head up towards the Sarasota, Anna Maria, Siesta, and area tomorrow. And I just don't have an idea yet. I got to this point in my life, I don't know if I'm going to go back to work or travel down here. But, that's what we're doing. I'll try to get in tomorrow morning in the net. I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up a rental vehicle. I do not have a car down here since Hurricane Ian took it. But, yeah, I'm not going nowhere. So I just came down here to get away. But then back to you, Stefan, KD8, JNX, in the Portland. Back to you.
KD8JNX, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. I actually got a friend of mine. He's out there. He and his wife live in North Olmsted, and they have a winter home down there as well, in the Panhandle right there in Panama City. And his call sign is KC8BKA, and his name is Frank Roman. So he's down there right now, and he'll be coming back up in May. He gets the lucky bird to be down there. I wanted to go down and visit him since I'm retired. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. I'm not able to actually do that. I'm hoping it's probably not going to be this year, but next year, hopefully, Lord willing, when he's down there, I'm going to come down and go stay for a couple weeks, I told him. And he said the offer is always open, and I got my annual fishing trip coming up in Tennessee, but it should be a good time. Everything should be working out really well. I just wanted to get down to Florida, though, to spend some time down there because he's part of the Panama City Amateur Radio Club, and they do a lot of stuff there. They activate a lot of those little tiny midget islands there right by the Panhandle, apparently, he said, in the ocean right there. So this is kind of neat. You know, these little tiny pieces of real estate that have a grid square number associated with them. People love hitting those things, so that would be really cool to do. You know, he takes his boat out there, and the guys, they set up radio and stuff on these little tiny islands, just little tiny, you know, big enough to house maybe a picnic table and and a couple other things. But very cool, my friend. Very cool to have you here. Hey, listen, I'm going to call it quits, but I'm going to be clear on your final. Brooker, it is great to hear you. And my only sad thing about retiring is, I mean, I love the whole thing, is that every once in a while, driving downtown, I don't get to see your yellow car fly by me around the same time with your crazy antenna on top, which I love. And speaking of crazy antenna, which Dr. Jack made, I believe, in the previous company that he was with. And I don't get to see that every once in a while. So, but I'm glad that you checked in. I'm glad that you're here with us. And I'll say 73, but I'll send it back to you for your final, and then I'll be clear. I love you, my friend. Please be safe down there. And maybe when you get back, we can grab a bite or something, do something sometime. All right, my friend. KDJNX from November 8, Whiskey Bravo 73, and I'll listen out for your final.
All right, my friend Stefan. Thank you. And you guys take care up there. I'll be home soon. Just not knowing quite when. But, yeah, I have to come back to Ohio. Even though I don't want to. It's nice walking on the beach and getting sunburned. But with that, my antenna, yeah, the Dr. Jack Special. I love it. You can pull in the garage and not bang an antenna. Greatest thing in the world. All right, hey guys, everyone take care up there. I'll get back with you guys soon. Like I say, I'm southwest. Boy, you can't go much further west or go further south than I am on the west coast. Marco Island's just below me, and that's about it. You go around the corner, Everglades City and stuff, but yeah, it's about the most habitable place on the west coast of Florida. Guys, everybody take care. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. This is Kilo Delta 8 Juliet November X-Ray in the Foreland. Stephen, take care, my friend. Bye-bye.
W8WKY. W8WKY. Repeater PL1 14.8.